Had I known the benefits that would come with a Reiki attunement, I would have done it so much sooner. Welcome to Healing Evergreen. My name is Sherry. I am a Reiki Master Teacher. And today we are covering 5 unexpected benefits that come with your Reiki attunement. I want to first start by letting you know what a Reiki attunement is, because maybe it's a new word for you. What a Reiki attunement is that connection that we receive to the divine so that we are able to send Reiki to other people. And I feel like that's kind of where the confusion is. That's the definition, but we are also able to send Reiki to ourselves. That's the biggest perk. That's the biggest benefit, is being able to send Reiki to ourselves. But there's 5 more in addition to that. So the attunement is the connection. And once you are connected, Reiki helps to clear your chakras like so well, because it's preparing you to be a funnel to allow the energy to flow through you. And once those are cleared, a lot of good things happen. So first, the quieting of the mind. Because Reiki clears you out, it's clearing out a lot of that emotional baggage, a lot of that stuff that's on repeat, a lot of the worries about the future. It just calms it all down. And so for the first time in my life after I received Reiki, I was able to sit in meditation or otherwise and just be quiet. Like seriously, no thoughts running through my head. So before I got that attunement, I was able to do guided meditations because I followed their words and their visualizations and things like that. But when it came to sitting just quiet, without having to focus on something, without, just quiet and letting my mind go blank, unheard of until I received that attunement. Now, all I have to do is place my hands anywhere on my body and intend for the Reiki energy to flow, and my mind can go quiet if that's my goal. It's beautiful. Another thing that happens when you receive your Reiki attunement, because it's clearing out your chakras, and Reiki attunements are the most powerful Reiki healing that you can get. So yes, when you receive Reiki healing from me, you've come to my channel, you've received it. Hopefully you've caught one of the lives that I do, and Reiki does clear you, right? But when you get that attunement, it is preparing you to be a funnel. So it is clearing you. And so what that does is it helps your physical ailments, your whatever, even like emotional, whatever ailments that you have that have been bothering you, Reiki clears them, takes them up a notch. It does something for them. My students of Reiki that have received the attunements have reported less anxiety, less headaches. I had one student that was a client of mine that had a medical issue that we were working on as a Reiki practitioner and client. And I don't want to say what it is because it's personal, but we were working on it together that way. And then she decided to take Reiki training so that she could heal other people. Again, you can heal yourself. You could do it just to heal yourself. But she took it on because she wanted to start healing other people. And what she reported after that first attunement, because there's multiple levels, what she reported after that first attunement was that her ability to heal herself, there was a 21-day healing process that she went through on her own after the attunement, where she sent healing to herself. That medical issue cleared up even more, like more than I could have possibly given her one-on-one, in the healing setting. Once you get that attunement, the attunement itself clears you out, and it gives you that healing ability to continue to send healing to yourself as much as you need it until you get to the point that you want to be at. As I keep adding things here, I'm noticing, I'm like, levels 1 through 3 and things like that. I'm going to be doing a live on Tuesday, Christmas Eve 2024 at 2 p.m. Eastern. It follows my Tuesday 2 p.m. Eastern live sessions. I'm going to be doing one there, where we will start out doing a self-healing Reiki session. I will send you the energy so that you have it, and you'll be able to follow the hand placements of a self-healing Reiki session. So if you are interested in that, we'll be doing that, and you'll learn the hand placements that day. After that's done, I'll give you a little bit more information on Reiki, such as the different levels and things like that, so that you understand it a little bit better. If you're a little lost today, that's okay. And then after that, we're going to have a Q&A. This is going to be my first live session here where I'm opening it up and I will be answering questions. So that is my Christmas gift to you this year, holiday gift to you this year. And this one I found interesting. I finally had a student that had done energy work on her own. I always hear of people that do energy work on their own. I never did. I did a little bit of work on myself. I felt it, but Reiki was more powerful once I received that attunement. Reiki is separate from individual energy healing. Reiki is separate from using your own energy. So I finally had an energy healer in my class so that they could learn Reiki. And I asked her after she received the attunement and after she, worked with it a little bit, I said, what is the difference between working with your own energy and working with Reiki energy? And she said that she felt like the flow of the energy was much more controlled. Like she had a lot more control over what she was doing and the flow and things like that. So it improved her energy practice. So that is another benefit that you can get if you are already working with energy. If you are, learning how to work with your own chakras and things like that, Reiki is going to make it a little bit more powerful and definitely more controlled for you. A fourth benefit that you can receive with the attunement of Reiki is better connection. What I mean by that is better connection to yourself, to your intuition, and to your spirit guides. Although working with Reiki is a different group of guides. You've got your Reiki guides, you've got your spirit guides, and you probably have other different spirit teams out there, your ancestors. I don't know how deep you are into your work with spirituality, but you do have a Reiki team that you work with, and they are separate from your spiritual team. But clearing out your chakras with a Reiki attunement allows you to dive into your intuition better, to work with your clair abilities better, to discover your clair abilities if you don't know what they are yet. And yes, you do have them. Everybody has clair abilities. They're just kind of shut down when we're little, right? Like we think we know things, or we catch coincidences, and it's just a coincidence. It's nothing. It's something. And if you allow yourself to explore that, it gets stronger. And if you allow Reiki to go in there and clear out your chakras, especially that third eye chakra, you have a better connection. And if that scares you a little bit, because it did scare me, when I went into my Reiki class, not really knowing anything about Reiki, not knowing what I was getting into, the teacher started talking about how we have better connection to the spiritual realm. I was instantly terrified, and I was scared for a little bit after as well. I went through it anyway because I really felt the need to do Reiki, to get connected. So I got the connection, and then I was terrified for like a week. Every time I went to bed at night, I'm like, oh my God, am I going to see a ghost? It's not like that. It is not like that at all. You are always in control. And it's more of an intuitive based connection. So not scary at all. But I find that to be one of the biggest perks, because now I can tap into my spiritual team whenever I want to. I don't need my tarot cards, though I do still use them on occasion because sometimes they give me more clarity. But it's just another level closer to your spirit team and a powerful level closer to your own intuition. Finally, number 5. This one has been a new realization for me within the last month. What number 5 is that it is the ability to enhance your own personal self-healing practice sis. Whatever you are doing for self-healing, Reiki can enhance that. So, for example, I've been using it along the way with my journaling and my sitting with my thoughts. And when I go into nature, I will send Reiki healing to the trees. And then I will also send Reiki healing to myself as I'm sitting in nature, sometimes, not always. I recently started doing yoga. And yoga is not something that I have ever really liked. I've tried it a couple times and I'm like, meh. But recently I've gone and it has been a very healing journey for me. Maybe I found the right place. I don't know, but I love going there. And at the end of the session, as we are in Shavasana, I think that's what it's called, when you're like starfished on the ground, right? I will take the time to pull my hands over to my chest here, do my Reiki symbols, and send Reiki healing to my throat and to my heart, and then intend for it to flow through my body. And sometimes I will intend for my Reiki guides to come sit with me, sit next to me, so I don't feel so alone. And it is the most beautiful thing in the world. And I'd say 5 out of 10 times, I haven't gone 10 times yet, but half of the times that I have gone, I end up having an emotional release. So far, it hasn't been loud sobs. It's been quiet little, just letting the energy go. So those are 5 unexpected things. Being able to quiet your mind. Being able to better heal whatever it is that you're working on. Being able to control your energetic practice even better. Being able to connect to the other side even better, and being able to enhance your own personal healing technique, whatever that is. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Of course, during that session, I'm going to have some offers for you so that you can have the opportunity to work with me to get connected to the energy. Whether you're there just to learn the hand movements or you're there because you're like, yeah, that sounds exciting. Either way, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be answering your questions. I'm going to have some options for you to get connected to the energy. It's going to be a beautiful healing session. Happy holidays. They are coming up. We are in them. I hope you are having an amazing time. I'll see you Saturday.